All right. Hey, this is David Davila here at Double Days Podcast, and today I am super excited to have San Antonio's own Joel Tres, musician, artist, songwriter,
yes, sir.
Man, producer. What else can we throw out there? Pretty boy. There you go. Yeah. Hey, man, thanks a lot for stopping by, man. Yeah. Appreciate it, man. And we really want to, today, I really want to know about this music, man, that you're putting out there. And so we'll start off, man. Just tell us a little about Joel, and then we'll get into it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm from here in San Antonio, Texas, and my family was military, so whenever they got here to San Antonio, they were already from Texas, so fortunately they settled here. I like being from here and having the opportunity to have grown up here because this is where the Mexican scene is at, and this is where I get to reflect like with who I am the most, you know, and where I come from, right? So that's why I chose the kind of music that I do, because corridos is a real, like, it's a raw way of putting your emotions out there, you know, no plugins, nothing, just a rare sound, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So you're born and raised here in San Antonio, but did you travel around because you're a military brat, or?
I'm the youngest, so my family did. The rest of my family did. But when we got here, we stopped doing the traveling.
Okay.
But I'm glad that we stopped doing it when I got here, because I got to actually absorb like where I come from, like my roots and stuff like that, you know.
Okay.
So I feel like that's where I'm really from, you know. I feel like it would be different, like traveling a lot. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the genre of music that you have, and then I guess maybe have you dabbled in any other genre of music? I mean, did you just do corridos and Mexican style music, or did you dabble in any rap or any other or hard rock?
I came from all sorts of music, right?
Okay.
So whenever, even if I'm doing one genre, I'm taking into consideration that throughout history, music comes from all sorts of places, like Mexican music. Certain genres of Mexican music has influence from the German culture and stuff like that, with the accordion and everything. So I take into consideration like other genres, even when I'm making one genre. That's why, like, even if I'm just making corridos, which is what I'm mainly doing right now, which is what my EP focuses on right now. That's why I do that, because what's it called? I feel like I put a little bit of everything into that, like R&B and a little bit of soul into that, and even a little bit of rap into that, you know, here and there. Mm-hmm. And I kind of put my own little flavor on that, my own little spin, make it my own, you know.
Okay. Yeah. So you're just so you're staying with the Mexican genre of music. But every once in a while, we may hear a little something that familiarizes people. Like, hey, I've heard that sound before, right?
Yeah.
And that was when we were talking off camera the other day, and I told you, hey, I heard that somewhere.
Oh yeah.
And then you told me about.
Yeah, like how it came from also like a T-Pain sound too. Yeah.
I said what? I said, no, I heard that.
But it's over like a cumbia beat hasta el final.
Right. Yeah.
And also a little bit of bolero in there too, like the bongos and stuff like that. It's a little bit of everything, that song. That's why I like it. It's like hasta el final was a way of kind of uniting all the Latin cultures together. That's why you'll hear cumbia, because that's where Mexicans and Colombia kind of intertwine. And then you'll hear bolero, which is it came from Eastern Cuba and then made its way over to Mexico. So it started in Cuba. A lot of Puerto Ricans do it, and it made its way to Mexico. So you hear a little bit of everything. That's why, you know, that's what I'm talking about when I put a little bit of everything into one song.
Yeah. I knew what I was hearing now. I had to rewind it a couple of times. Guy says, hey, wait a minute. I says, I hear something different, but I don't know what it is, right? Yeah. And it took me a while. And so when we met, you told me, oh, yeah, I put a little T-Pain spin in it. And I go, oh, shit. Yeah. Man, that's it. That's pretty good, man. That's cool that you're able to do that. Tell us a little bit about your songwriting abilities. I mean, I know that you said that you write all your music.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100. I write all my music, and what I use it's a Mexican translator, but what I also use as a source is like my friends and people that speak Spanish around me and that actually come from that, because it also helps me like add a little bit of slang or do what I need to. They kind of like go over it, and it that's another way I kind of reflect on coming from where I do, because I have the people to kind of back me up with the writing and stuff like that.
Okay.
So my favorite song would be Mi Momento, and so when I'm coming up with these lyrics, I go deep into my feelings, and then I translate it out, and then I go from there and kind of I kind of use what I've learned with writing, like in school I use my abilities like with metaphors and stuff like that to kind of map out how I'm gonna do that song. It's a big process on how I do it because I don't really speak the language, but when I get it done, it pays off, in the long run.
So let me ask you, I don't mean to interrupt, but I guess during that process, are you automatically saying this is a ballad, this is a corrido, or are you just writing are you writing the song, and then eventually you'll decide, okay, what that's gonna fit as far as from a music perspective,
Sure.
right?
Yeah, I'll go pretty much off the music. Like I'll already know what kind of genre I'm going for, and then the lyrics will kind of come after that. And it just depends what I'm feeling, how I'll go about it. Like if I'll go off of the tempo, and if it's kind of like a R&B tempo, I'll kind of go for that feel, or just whatever I'm feeling. I don't really think about the sound when I'm doing it.
So you're solely just writing about whatever that particular topic is, whether it's about an individual or about an experience, or so you're just tuned into writing about that first.
Yeah.
Okay, and then afterwards, I guess then you decide, hey, this probably would go good with this type, or do you mix it up? Do you say, let me change the tempo of it? Maybe it'll go better, or I guess take us through a little bit of that process.
So when I'm producing my music, I take, because I play instruments, and then there's so much that I do. I also get beats too. So I'll go and use sources to get beats as well. And if I need to tweak those beats a little bit, I'll do what I have to do, like clip them and stuff like that to make them my own and everything. But mainly, I'm making the beats and everything like that. And from there, damn.
So you're making the beat. Are you thinking about different instruments?
Man, I guess what I'm really focusing on.
What I'm trying to do is trying to get into your head, and to see, hey, what is his process, right? Because so some of the other musicians that I've interviewed and I've been around, they all have different processes, right?
Yeah.
Because I'll hear one and like, nah, I don't do it like that. I do it like this. I do it with my guitar, or I sit behind a piano or whatever, right? Yeah. Or I just, like you said, I just sit there and start writing. So I'm trying to get that process from you.
Yeah, it kind of goes back to these two songs, right? Mi Momento and Cargas Pesadas. What I'm really going after, I'm really just thinking about how I'm feeling. And I think about the music last. Like I'll go for the beat, and I'll use that as my base. But what I'm really trying to come across is getting my emotions out there, right? And just putting it out there for everybody to hear, because I come from a real quiet and dark place. So it's just getting it out there is what I'm really going for,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just using the platform to kind of make everybody aware that people go through the things that I go through,
Right.
Yeah, and coming from that dark place, you feel me?
So give us an example of one of your songs. You can pick any of your songs that you have, and I guess tell us what's behind the meaning of that song.
Yeah, for sure. So I like that you asked that, because Cargas Pesadas, it's about heavy burdens.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about not letting my past control me, and coming from a lot of hatred, right? And having witnessed a lot of hatred, not trying to let that mold me, and trying to just not let my past control me as far as holding me back from what I'm trying to get to. And then Mi Momento came in, and what Mi Momento is about is, now that I'm here, now I'm on these platforms, now I'm able to tell you where I come from and what I've come over,
Okay.
And so that also leads to being here, because this is my moment, this is the time I get to let people know where I come from through my management, RLP Entertainment,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about some of your new music that you're fixing to. I think I've already released it, or is it or fixing to be released?
Yeah, it's already released. Yeah, it's we have an EP out. It's called Corazón de Sananto, and it's Corazón de San Antonio means heart of San Antonio, and so if you're thinking about it, you know, it's the heart. So it's just coming from my heart into San Antonio and being portrayed out there, you know, and just being out there. Just
give us a couple of lyrics from the song and tell us how you got to write that.
Like for on Mi Momento,
like Mi Momento or Corazón. So Corazón de San Antonio is the whole is a song or.
Oh, Corazón de San Antonio is what the EP is called, but Mi Momento, my favorite part, and this is where the kind of rap, the kind of a little bit of rap comes in. It's like ahora yo mando, sé que estás yo fuera mirando. You know what I'm saying? It's like I know you're out there watching. Ahora yo mando, sé que estás yo fuera mirando. Con las palabras, fuck, dude. Right now, it's just my brain is going.
Right.
But I feel like have you heard any of my music yet?
Yes,
like,
I have.
Have you heard that song?
Yeah, I haven't heard that one. I heard the new one the two new ones that you sent me.
Yeah.
Which was is it me? No. God, that's God dog.
My bad. I didn't mean to like fucking take it to a different level.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff in my brain too. But it's the recent it's the most recent one that you sent that was sent to me.
Yeah,
it's the one I guess that I heard, and that's the one that I said, man, wait a minute here. I'm not sure what genre music is.
Yeah, that's Hasta el Final.
Hasta el Final. That's the one. Okay.
Yeah. What did you want to know about that one?
So that one right there. That one. When I heard it, because I heard it twice in a row, because I was trying to figure out, hey, what is that? Right? It's different.
Yeah.
And that's like kind of like whenever we started talking, right, to get you on the podcast and stuff, I said, that's kind of intriguing, man, because it's not just, oh, it's a rock band, oh, it's a rap.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different. Yours is a little bit different than what I've heard, you know, and I like listening to all types of music, right?
Yeah, of course.
And so that's why I was like, yeah, I got to, we get this guy on, and I'd love to hear like his story and that. And so when you started talking about the T-Pain thing and all that, I said, oh man, there's where it's a little bit different than everybody else, which is cool, man. I think that's really neat.
There's a lot of other Latin sounds making its way to San Antonio. Do you listen to some reggaeton?
Oh yeah. So I'll listen to a little bit, not too much, but I'll listen to a little bit.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is like I'll hear the sound out here and I won't listen to the specific genre itself, but I'll get the vibe of what it's going for, and I'm able to make that vibe. I'm able to make that kind of beat. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
So that's also another genre that I'm taking into effect when I'm making this music. Really. So. My bad about the lyrics. Yeah. I want to tell you a little bit more about the lyrics because that's where I truly come from, right? And so Hasta el Final, because this is all Spanish too, Hasta el Final was about really being shy as well, being in a scene where you're around people, not being able to open up. And that song kind of helps me and forces me to open up, you know? So it actually shows how I am inside. It's me talking about how I am inside and what I want to do and how I want to interact and how I want to talk to people, but I can't. I'm just closed off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's exactly what I wanted, you know, so I wanted to get like the real deep, integral part of the lyrics, right? So you're saying like, okay, so it's almost for someone that's shy or introvert, right? That it's not so much social and all that, right? But wants to be, but doesn't know how to be. And so in the lyrics, you're telling people, but if I did, this is the way it would be.
This is the way
there
it would
you
be.
go. I knew I'd get it. I knew I'd get it.
It's even showing a little bit right now. That's why I don't even mind it coming out right now. You know? It's just me being real. And it's me living in my music. Everything right now, everything that my music's ever about, it's me in the moment.
In the
honestly,
moment.
For sure. Right. Yeah.
So going back to the Corazón. No, I'm sorry, Corazón. Yeah, Corazón de San Antonio or San Anto, right? Is it San Anto or San Antonio?
San Anto or San Antonio, whichever one you want to call it.
So you're saying that's an LP or is that an actual song?
Yeah, that's an EP that my label and I have put together.
Okay.
I wrote it and I came up with a lot of the music. I found a lot of the music beds where I've needed to find them. Like I've either made the beat, or let's say I don't have a band, but I need a specific sound. I'll purchase the beat however much it costs,
Okay.
you know. And then my label, RLP, Entertainment and Management, they'll help me, and they'll help me push that song out. If we need to tweak more of that song, we'll go in the studio and we'll master it and everything, and just we'll make sure that it's a real well-rounded sound before we put it out, you know.
Yeah. It's just very interesting, like the different people that I've talked to about their music, right? And in the beginning, right, the people that I've talked to, they tell me most of my music is really about me at that moment, right, at that time, and you know, in their life. And then as I've interviewed a little bit older artists, they'll tell me now it's about the life I'm living in the world, not so much it's just about me and my struggles, right? It's now me seeing everything around me, right? Do you think you're there yet, or you're still kind of like trying to break free, I guess, of that, right?
I think so, because a while back, years ago, I was meditating to myself, and this was before I even met my label, and I was just in my room and I was meditating, and before this was when I was still even just making my music, and I witnessed myself. I envisioned myself being on a podcast. It was like I skipped a few steps, and I was like, "What the hell?" It was a new feeling because I didn't know that it would make it up to this point. And so this was years ago, and I just knew that if I held on, it would eventually get there. You know?
Yeah. So it's almost like manifestation, right?
Yeah,
where
absolutely.
you're thinking, I know it's going to happen. I don't know when, but I know it's going to happen,
or even
right?
how, or even if.
You don't. Yeah. You just know it's going to happen somehow.
Yeah.
People say, "Oh, I've dreamed that before." Have you ever heard that, right?
Yeah.
I've dreamed that, or I've seen that before. No, you manifested it before, and now you're just living that moment, right? Let's talk a little bit about manifestation. Let's talk a little, and how that maybe could shape the future of your music, right? So if you're a kind of like a you like that, right? You manifest about what's going on. Are there things or people that you want to write about? Family members, girlfriends, or individuals, right? Not just not about your life. Are there anybody that you're like, one day I'm going to write about this particular person, but they'll never know that I wrote this song about them?
I think it happens quite often already, because like even with Hasta el Final, I don't know if it was about a particular person. I think so, but I'll take whatever image, like whatever certain people paint a certain image in my head, and then I'll use that to kind of in a way use literature to make that song, to kind of paint the picture around it. I think what I do want to write about is I want to get a new feeling. Like there's a certain step that I want to make it past. I want to get to where I'm only doing the music. That way I want to see more things, you know, to write about. I don't think I've gotten to see that much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you want to go out and experience a little bit life, and to be able to say, oh yeah, I experienced that. This is the feelings that I felt. These are the images that I saw. Now I want to put it on paper and eventually put it on music.
Yeah. Something new,
okay.
like new feelings, like more of like where we're gonna be, because like Mi Momento, Cargas Pesadas, Hasta el Final, that's all what I'm coming over. That's all me being quiet and isolated from everybody. But as those songs are being let out into the public, and people are getting to know where I'm coming from, I think where that is getting us, it's leading to new experiences, and it's leading to me having to talk about it and everything like that. So getting the opportunity and experience to be out here, right, to talk about it to everybody, it's a new feeling. Yeah. So
tell us how you felt, like when someone very close to you, when you said, hey, I want you to listen to this song, or it's songs, right?
Yeah.
Like, what was that feeling for the first time when you saw people listening to your music?
With Spanish people, with I get nervous when I show it to people that speak the language, because I think they're gonna be like, oh, you said this wrong or whatever. But they like it.
They like
and
it.
A lot of other people, like, even if they don't speak Spanish, I don't know what he's saying, but I like the vibe to it.
Okay.
You know, I think that's what I'm also going for. Like, for everybody, I want everybody to like the genre. You know, and just the sound of it. Everybody's included and welcomed. You know.
Okay, that'll work. So we're talking also offline here that you produce your own music. So could you take us a little bit about how you go about that process, and have you produced all your music?
Yeah, it took a lot of, like, and that's also what my music is about, experiencing hate and cargas pesadas. There's a specific line in there that goes over me experiencing enough hate to not care about what people think anymore.
Right.
So it took a lot of people not liking my sound for me to have to go out and actually learn how to put the sounds together. So like a backup vocal, things like that, like things to make certain sounds come out. And doing what I've realized that there's no wrong way to do music as long as you know how to make certain sounds pop and stuff. I've never had like music lessons like that, but if you've built a certain awareness and you have an intention on what certain sounds to do,
right?
You know, it's real trippy. That's what I'm going.
It's literally it's your brain, right? It's your vision, your view, right? Like, no, it's got to sound like this. It's got to be like this, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And I know someone out there is going to love it. Somebody's probably going to cry about the music and sound that I put out.
So the quality of the music, it wasn't easy to get up to. I think throughout the years I've spent a lot of money on the gear that I've got now. Like my mic costs a couple $100. My headphones cost a couple $100, because like the more you invest in it, the more it's gonna sound better, and then the more you know how to create, the more creative you are with these sounds, just the more it's just gonna flow.
Yeah.
And when I first started doing the music, I used to think just one layer of vocal is good, or one layer of this, that, and I would just roughly put everything together but when I would just rush things and put it out, it would get a not so much of a good response. So it took a lot of hate to me, but a lot of people, I noticed a lot of people will stop and not keep going. And that's one important thing that I had to do, because I'm already a closed off person. I'm already a shy guy. When I'm putting my stuff out there and I'm getting a bad response, I was like, oh shit. But this is something I want to do though. I'm not gonna let this back me down. I gotta come up with ways to get better.
Fight. You gotta fight within yourself, right? You're fighting that, right, constantly, because you're like, man, I'm getting discouraged. But you gotta fight past that. You can't just like, well, I guess, it's never going to happen, or it's never going to be, or I'll never get to reach whatever goals and dreams that you may have, right? Because you basically have given up. You've given up on yourself within yourself. It sounds kind of...
And I can't let that happen.
Yeah,
I can't imagine that happening. Something keeps pushing me, and I think what it is the fact that I can do it, and it's happening. I'm not really, and that's also what Cargas Pesadas is about. I'm not really focused on I'm at that level to where I'm not focused on what people really think about my music anymore. There's a specific level, no matter, any artist, there's a specific level that you make it to where, it doesn't matter what people think, you're making money. Right. I really want to, I'm open to, what's it called? I'm not trying to say like I don't care about what people think, because like I want a fan base,
Sure.
But yeah, no, there's a lot of hate out here, man.
Let me tell you, even on a podcast, just being a podcast host, man. Yeah. Oh, well, he didn't say that right, or the mic's not right, or look at the wire hanging over here, man. I could care less, man.
Always,
as long as I'm happy, the people that are putting this thing together are happy, and we love what we do, man. I could care less, man, because you know why? For every hater, you're going to have probably 10 people that love you or like facts. You, or going to listen to you, right?
Yeah.
It's just so the same here. You're always going to have haters. And then how do they say? If you ain't got haters, that means what?
You ain't doing that.
You ain't doing it.
Yeah, you ain't doing wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because they're hating on you, man. They're like, oh, man. And it's probably jealousy, envious, right? And that's to me, I've always said, oh, that's got to be some kind of disease, man.
And you know, there
I
was
wish I could get him a pill, right?
Yo, facts. There was a time before I met my label, I had put like $200 on an advertisement, and there were so many comments, so many hate comments.
Yeah.
And when I was like, just click on one, and when I had clicked on one, it was like 0 followers, like one following. I'm like, I'm fucking tripping over some shit like this.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what the hell,
yeah.
you know?
No, that's all gonna change, man. I'm sure. So we were talking. You also are you can play instruments.
Yeah, pretty much anything you play in my hand. I started with guitar, and I think when I was real young, I heard somebody say if you could play the guitar, you could play the piano, and then from the piano, like I just started. Something in my brain had unlocked from there. What I would do is like, because I was already good at guitar, I would pluck each string and try to see which string would match with whatever key on the piano. From there, I knew I could play anything.
Really?
Yeah. So I think any instrument you play in my head, and even if I don't know how to play it, even if I have to play it a different way or do whatever sound, break whatever rule I have to get whatever sound I need to out of whatever.
Right.
Yeah, there's always my mind finds a way. Yeah.
Have you composed any? Meaning,
that's
like,
something that I want to do.
Yeah.
I really want to be a composer. I want to be so far up in the music one day where I don't really have to play it anymore. I want to be able to either have my own label, something, like that, and be a composer or whatever. You
just be able to say, oh, you need a piano player? Oh, I can do it. Oh, you want me to sing backup, or do you want me to go up there and sing? I can do that too. Oh, I see what you. Oh, you want me to produce? Oh, I can do that too.
Yeah.
So I see. So you're wanting to touch all aspects of music. Yeah, of all
and
music.
even even if like when I'm older, letting the young generation hop on. Yeah. I feel like we need more younger people in the Tejano scene, and that's also a scene that I want to touch too. I have a couple Tejano songs that I look up the corrido versions of some Tejano songs because I do mainly corridos, and so there's a couple of Tejano songs that I want to bring out into the corrido sound. Yeah,
that would be good. Now, and it's interesting that you say that. So, would that be something that you would entertain? Meaning, hey, I like what I'm doing now, but maybe I want to dabble in a couple of Tejano songs or something like that, and just put it out there. Hey, you never know, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, the corridos was before I met my label, I thought corridos would be all that I'm doing, and corridos is like a real storytelling genre.
Yeah.
But something that I did not predict in this industry is my label getting me open to doing all types of Latin music, so that's something that we're starting to branch off into. That would be good, man. It's good to be versatile, man. In anything that you do, right? It doesn't matter, even in just regular day work, right? It's good to be versatile because you've got different avenues that you can go, right? Yeah, absolutely.
If you just pigeonhole yourself, oh well, I only want to be a singer. Well, man, I can't play the guitar. No, I can't be a backup singer. No, I can only be a singer. You're pigeonholed yourself, right? And that's
facts.
That's not what, and you're young, man. I mean, you're really, really young. And so you've got a lifetime here, man. You've got a long way to go, man,
26.
as far as 26, man.
I still think about 4 years until I'm 30. I got 4 years to make the most of my 20s. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And I think this is the time, really, to be honest with you. I know that, in my time, we didn't think about those things, right? We were just thinking about working hard and getting through, right? Now you have so much information right now, and so you being in your 20s, man, hit it hard, man. Even if you go home where you don't even remember what you did the day before.
No, and it's
that's
scary
good.
Because it's scary to think you've worked this hard. Like, I can only imagine if I didn't work this hard, like for being 26, I could only imagine where I would be if I didn't work this hard.
Yeah,
because like. I worked fucking hard getting this album together. We've been working on this album Corazón de San Anto since 2020, late 2022, early 2023.
Okay.
And now
it takes
2026.
I don't think people realize how long it takes to just produce and cut and all that. It takes a while. And people think like, oh, just get in the studio, in January, and we'll have an album out by June.
And that label still has to paint an image of you too.
Right.
They had to paint the image of me. So while I'm working on my music, my label was getting together. My label RLP was getting together, like how I look and everything,
Right.
like my pictures and everything
Sure.
like that, and my persona.
Yeah, your
and working
persona.
on-
Yeah, who you are and
Yeah.
who you are as an artist, right?
Yeah,
So
for sure. So like, even with them doing all that, just the time and effort that I put into just writing the songs, it was crazy. It was endless nights, for sure. Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna ask you something embarrassing here, man.
Yeah, go ahead. Hell
Have
yeah.
you ever just gotten in front of the mirror and start singing, and then you just make these funny faces and you because I've heard this one musician told me, he goes, yeah, David, he goes, man, when I wanted to be a rocker, I was like, I get up there and I'd go, he'd get like a toothbrush and make these ugly faces, and then he goes, and then I start singing, and then he goes, and then after a while I'm like, man, I look good, I sound good, right?
And in the car I do karaoke all the time.
Well, there you
all
go,
the time.
man.
On the ride to work, on the ride home from
Okay.
work, I'm always doing karaoke.
Yeah, are
in
you?
the
Are you?
whip.
Okay.
Hell
Yeah, man.
all the
That's
time.
cool, man. Because
But
I
I
think
still look at myself in the mirror. don't
really,
get
do
me
you?
wrong.
Yeah, that's good, man. Because
Hell
it's a practice, right? Because what you put out there is what people are going to see, right?
Oh, yeah.
And
Hell
so
yeah.
it's good to practice all that. Do you practice on any vocals? Do you have any? I don't know what they call it. I forgot what they call it. Where you just practice yourself,
Yeah, I stick with that because I did the reason why I feel like I'm even as decent as I am at singing is because I came from choir. I did choir in high school, so I did,
Okay, yeah. Should I have
like
asked
3
you
to
that?
4
Yeah.
years, yeah.
Okay.
3 to 4 years in choir, so all the time I'm always doing the do re mi, the do re
Right.
mi, yeah, or like do mi re, all that good shit.
Yeah. It's real important.
You got to keep that shit. Well, I don't think people realize it. You got to keep that working. It's like an instrument, And so I keep on, even with the ooh, got to keep that shit going.
Really?
Always doing that. Yeah.
They say also they put honey because or they drink honey or something or some other stuff, right?
Some shit like I was in Corpus with my family, and there was a viejito on my birthday. He was there, and I was playing the guitar. He was singing. He only knew Spanish though, and he had told me that when he was real young that he would be drinking vinegar. And the
I heard that
vinegar
too.
would help his shit, but apparently he would wake up hungover from the vinegar.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, shit. What the hell kind of vinegar?
Not even
It's
get
probably
drunk
moonshine or
nothing,
something.
moonshine, vinegar type shit.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of interesting, right? That people have different people do different things, right? So
Yeah. I've never really done anything like that though.
No.
I just kept to my warm ups and stuff.
you just stay
and
with
all
your
that.
warm ups and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and then when let's go back to producing. When you're producing your music, at that time, I guess so you already have the music, right? You have the lyrics, and have you ever gotten to the point where you're like, man, no matter how hard the music and the lyrics are not, and you have to change? Have you ever gotten to that point?
Not really, but when I do, like, because it's kind of like a maze, because I don't like again I don't speak the language as fluently as I would like to yet, so it's like when you're about to start writing a song that's in a whole nother language, it's like, fuck, how am I gonna do this? Right?
Yeah.
And then like when the song gets written,
So I'm sorry to interrupt you. Does it get written in English? Because you're saying about. Does it get written in English or you're writing in Spanish?
It all depends. So like, let's say there is one technique that I do where I just write my feelings in English, right?
Right.
And I'll type it all into the translator that I use. It's a specific translator, and then I'll look and see what words rhyme and stuff, and kind of use what I know to kind of make that into a song and stuff like that. And that's where it'll come from. I'll have that up at the same time as this one website where it's like it has Spanish rhyming words, and you could type in like any Spanish word, and it has all these Spanish words that rhyme, and then I'll put that in see how I can make that word work. It's a whole damn it's
really?
just to make one word work, like, because you never know if that word isn't in Mexico, like coño. No Mexico, you ain't gonna catch a Mexican saying coño.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna
Right.
see nobody in Puerto Rico say like a la verga, way. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right,
So, like,
right.
It's different, you know.
It's different.
That's
It's all
something
different.
that I take into consideration when I'm writing the music and stuff like that. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah, that's a good way of thinking of that, right? Because you want all Latino, right? You want all Latinos to listen to your music, not just specific ones, right?
Yeah,
That's
not
the-
just not just specific.
Yeah,
ones.
because then people will say, "Hey, is he Cubano? No, is he Mexican or is he,
Yeah.
because you're kind of, because of your writing, the way the Latin words are being done, you're trying to specifically find, hey, what's a worldwide Latin word that is accepted everywhere, that's not going to be offensive, or that's going to go with what they
That's something that's gonna flow.
That's gonna flow.
Or something to show that I'm from the Mexican culture, like so that they know, like, oh, it's this specific slang. He's from that, you know. I think that's also why I'm doing Spanish music, because with the world that we live in, it's always been a thing, like not being hard being a Mexican American, you know how it is being both.
right.
So this is a way to show people I'm more fucking Mexican than you think I am, because I'm from that. The only thing that's different is I don't speak the language, you feel me?
Yeah.
And so like that's why I work so hard on it. And it actually helps too. I find myself using some of my lyrics, like when I was in Puerto Rico, I found myself using my lyrics to talk to people.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're just going back to, let me say this.
Yeah.
Hey, what would you say something like? Let's say, give us an example.
Like if I'm talking to like the bartender, I'm like, nunca he tenido la bebida de pinche medalla. Dame una pinche medalla. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have a beer called medalla over there. It's kind of like Modelo, but it's medalla.
It's medalla.
And so I like to respect where I'm at. Like, of course they have Modelos, but I'm in pinche Puerto Rico. I'm gonna have me a pinche medalla.
Of course, yes, of course, yeah. Oh man, well, that's cool, man. You're very eccentric, and you're kind of witty too, man. So I can tell, just talking to you, and even off camera when we're talking.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm very excited for you, man. We want to be along the ride here, man, and so anything new that you're coming out with, or maybe you've done something and you want to come back, you will always be welcome here, man. All you gotta do is just one DM away, man, and just, hey, David, I want to go over there and talk about this, and we'll get you on and talk about it.
Hell yeah.
Let's I want to talk a little bit about San Antonio and what's going on here and how important this is to you because of San Antonio. I know we talked a little bit about that, and you were real passionate about, oh no, David, I want it to be San Antonio, and this is a reason why.
Yeah.
I guess maybe give us I guess your feeling of why.
Yeah. And that's also what we're working on next too, is bringing it more locally, because at first when we were doing everything, we were focused on when we were promoting, we were more going towards what is that, like Eagle Pass, the border towns like Del Rio, and promoting out there. But now we're bringing it locally. That's something that we're working on. So we're bringing it to San Antonio, because I feel like the reason why I want to make San Antonio like pop is because it's real competitive out here, putting on your state or putting on where you're from, right? And I feel like we're now making it up there. Like, people are now seeing what we're about.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like there's something that I feel like there's something that if I can do this right and show people where we're from the way I want to, I feel like I can make it bigger. Like, I feel like there's a level that I want to take San Antonio to where like
right.
I want to be known for like more in depth with the Mexican roots, man, because like I know it's good. People, have you heard of people like outside of San Antonio like bringing up like Tex-Mex and all that bullshit, like saying we Americanized shit out here?
Yes,
we ain't Americanizing shit out here, fool.
Yeah,
like we do shit our own way. That doesn't take away our heritage and everything. I feel like there are certain words there are certain things that I just want to get out there. I want to tell people, fools, San Antonio, we're Mexican too, dog. We're just as Mexican as Cali or whatever. I don't think there are differences, but we shouldn't hold ourselves that different like that.
Okay.
That there are certain things that I feel like there's a point of view that I want to get out there for the Mexican people.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm different. I'm somebody who who comes from just a different part of being that culture, you know.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's to me, it's really important. I've here recently had a couple of filmmakers here, local filmmakers, and they're in the process in pursuing their dreams, right? And this is something, you know, that maybe off camera we can talk about, but it's something that I think maybe for you, even for us to let everybody know, is that, hey, let's give our own local, as locals, right? We should be helping each other, teaming up, and collaborations and all that, right? Hey, you're making a movie. Hey, maybe this music can fit in.
Yeah.
And so when you say, well, it was all San Antonio, even the freaking music was San Antonio, right?
I feel like your platform is going to be a big reason for that one day.
And that's what I'm trying to do, right? As we get people on, we get comedians on, and whatever. That's really my intention. My intention for the platform is to, I guess, to unite people, especially San Antonio, right? So unite San Antonios, but at the same time, I want them to collaborate, man. I want them to help each other.
There was an image that I had in my head one time when I was meditating, and that was like, we all have a different set of hands that do something different, but at the end of the day, it makes one thing.
It makes one thing, right?
Isn't that trippy?
Yeah. Yes, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I actually, you know, when I was listening to your music, I was like, man, this might fit in with what Rene, you know, he's a director. It might something that he might want to put in, or even if it's just a little bit, or some background back in the back, and somebody goes, hey, I heard that song before. Rewind it real quick. I've seen that, you know. And so again, everybody helping each other, man. And so maybe it's something that you know, we'll talk, and something we can get.
I feel like there's gonna be much more of that. I feel like if we keep doing our thing, you know, one of these days we can make something real big happen. I'm sure.
Yeah. All right, man. So I'm gonna put you on the spot here, man. Is there any way you can sing, like, maybe like a bar of song of any song that you like?
Of any song that I like, or any song that I wrote?
Any song that you wrote. Any song that you wrote.
Wrote. Like a song that I have out right now, like on my EP.
That you have in your EP, yeah. The new one, like a new one, yeah. Something that you just recently put out that, and it gets.
Yeah. Deja de jugar. Ven a probar, conmigo pasa una noche que no puedas olvidar. Me gusta toda, dame una oportunidad. Puedo aguantar hasta el final. I kind of fucked that up. Let me start over real quick.
Do it.
Hell yeah.
Do it.
Deja de jugar. Ven a probar, conmigo pasa una noche que no puedas olvidar. Me gusta toda, dame una oportunidad. Puedo aguantar hasta el final. No me crees, puedo mostrarte. El amor que hacemos se convierte en arte. Para mí, señorita, usted es una gran parte. Una gran parte. Te vas conmigo. He pasado por el castigo. Te vas a conmigo. You know what I'm saying?
There it is, Joel Tres, man. In the house. Hey, man, I appreciate you being here, man. Hey, tell the people, like, any shout outs or any Instagram that, you know, get people to follow you. And you know, we're going to tag you, obviously, but you know.
Hell yeah. Well, big shout out to RLP Management and Productions. That's my label that's been representing me from the get-go.
All right.
My family. And also big shout out to Double Daves for having me on tonight. That's much appreciated.
Oh, yeah.
Know.
Absolutely, man. Hell, man. Hey, we're gonna get this thing going viral, man. We gotta bump you up, man.
Oh yeah, for
next
sure.
level,
yeah,
next level, buddy.
Hell yeah, maybe one day when everything is said and done too, we'll be back and we'll be talking about fresh things.
Exactly. How you want to come back and say, hey David, hey, I've already thrown out 2 more EPs, man. Let me tell you about them, man.
No, big facts.
That'll work, man. Hey, appreciate it, man. Appreciate your management, and hey, man, like I say, you're always welcome here. Double Days Podcast. Hey, we appreciate you guys, and hasta the next one.